So in this video tutorial, we're going to go through the basics of how monitoring systems work, in particular the role of Prometheus and its pull approach, along with the different types of metrics that Prometheus can scrape. So as a best practice for monitoring, we want as many metrics as possible, and these need to be stored in a data store so we can later follow trends, understand what's been happening in a historical view, and better predict any issues. So there are several parts to a monitoring solution. We must collect the metrics, store them, and then later analyze them. There are many benefits of using Prometheus as your monitoring solution. One is that it scales well as it works with a pull approach. The challenge is if we're running microservices at scale and the monitoring system pushes metrics out to a metric server, the monitoring system can flood the network. Prometheus has a scalable pull approach to scrape in metrics as opposed to pushing metrics. So we have a number of metrics that we can collect. Firstly, runtime metrics are statistics collected by the operating system and application host. Then we have infrastructure metrics. Here we could, for example, monitor the CPU utilization, latency, bandwidth, and temperature metrics. Then we have application metrics and custom statistics relevant only to the application. This may include the number of API calls made during a particular time. These application metrics pertain specifically to the application. Then we have CI/CD pipeline metrics. We want to measure how long it takes to do, for example, static code analysis. We also want to measure the amount of time during running the pipeline. So with Prometheus, you get metrics from the systems you want to monitor using pre-built exporters and custom client libraries. So we have node exporters that can get metrics from, for example, a Linux server, and application metrics can support Prometheus using client libraries. Both will have a HTTP endpoint that returns metrics in the standard Prometheus format. So we have exporters that can add metrics to systems that don't have Prometheus support. Then we have Prometheus client libraries that can give you Prometheus support in the application. So application metrics give you additional information. Here you need to explicitly record the things that you care about, unlike runtime metrics that you get for free. So here we have client libraries that Prometheus offers. Writing application metrics needs to be done in your code. So we have a metric endpoint hosted in the application. All the major languages has Prometheus client libraries, which provides the metric endpoint for you. We also have Prometheus exporters that can be used to scrape metrics, let's say from legacy applications that can support Prometheus client libraries. Maybe this could be a Linux server. So in this video tutorial, we discussed the basics of how monitoring systems work, in particular the role of Prometheus and its pull approach, along with the different types of metrics that Prometheus can scrape. So as a final note, we can have a bunch of different systems we want to monitor. Naturally, there will be different metrics and these will differ across the different systems, but Prometheus collects and exports the same. This provides a welcomed layer of unification for the different systems that we have in the network.